What is going on, everybody? Spartan Alphazulu here, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Sorry for the long silence. Just same as always, real life has just been really busy, but I had some free time. So here's the Wi-Fi battle and the breakdown of Mega Tyranitar. Um, my results with Mega Tyranitar have been kind of mixed. I've even had some matches where I don't even need him. But one thing I did notice about Mega Tyranitar, he's a good weather checker. He hits like a freaking truck, and he can take some pretty decent hits. So my Mega Tyranitar, Jolly Nature, 252 attack, 252 speed with for the remaining 4 in defense. And his attacks are Dragon Dance, Stone Edge, Fire Punch, and Earthquake. And the reason for Fire Punch is for Ferrothorn, but I've thought about switching to Ice Punch because Lando T is way more rampant than Ferrothorn. But if you don't give it Fire Punch, Scizor, Ferrothorn do kind of wall it. It can't really do much to them. So really, it's based on what the other Pokemon in your team can cover. Um, Going with the stats, 341 HP, 427 attack after it Mega Evolves, 336 defense, 203 special attack, 277 special defense, and a 265 speed with that Jolly Nature. After a Dragon Dance, it does get pretty fast, but you got to watch out for Choice Scarf users that already outspeed it. Keldeo, Landorus, Latios. Just watch out for other Choice Scarf Pokemon that it cannot outspeed after a Dragon Dance. Uh, it can take a hit, with the Sandstorm ability, summoning a Sandstorm when it comes out. That special defense gets a nice boost, so it can take some special attacks. You don't want to overuse this thing though, because it has no form of recovery, so you don't want to dwindle it down too much. But after a Dragon Dance, it does hit like a truck. It hits ridiculously hard after a Dragon Dance. It's just awesome. I did not, just to say ahead of time, I did not have any luck sweeping with this Pokemon. I did have one opportunity to do it in one of my battles, and that battle's not in here, but I ended up, kind of messing up. And had I not messed up, it would have been a Mega Tyranitar sweep. But anyways, he's still a very good Pokemon to use. He's bulky. He hits hard. He's not the fastest. Even after Dragon Dance, he still gets outsped by a lot of Pokemon. But he's still really freaking awesome. He's still very offensive, very defensive even. And if you want to use him, go for it. Just he does require a lot of team support because he does have a lot of weaknesses. He's weak to ground, he's weak to grass, he's weak to water. 4 times weakness to fighting, a weakness to steel, and then a weakness to fairy. He's got weaknesses, and he's got a lot of them. So team support is very much needed with this Pokemon. I actually, on my team, I bit the bullet and ended up going with a Tapu Fini because Tapu Fini covers a lot of his weaknesses, and not to mention the ability, the terrain, the Misty Terrain that Tapu Fini, sets out. It protects him from status effects like burn, paralysis. First match against Ravi, going with his rain team. And another thing about Mega Tyranitar, notice I'm going against the rain team, and his Sandstorm gets rid of the rain, so he's a nice little counter to Weather Makers. I'm going to start off with my Tornadus T, and he's going to start off with Tapu Koko. I thought he was going to go ahead and go in with Pelipper, but he's starting off strong with Tapu Koko, which I'm in a bad position here. My flying type against his electric type. He's got the type advantage. He's got the speed advantage. I can't really do much to this Pokemon, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out. And I'm going to bring in my Superior. I could have I don't know. I just went with Superior because Superior was going to resist whatever was coming because, I knew he was going to go with an electric attack. Going with Thunder, and it hits. And yeah, Superior takes it, but that still does a decent amount of damage because of the lightning terrain. So, I've done that too. I've thrown Thunder on my Tapu Koko, but I took it off because when it hits, but I didn't like that it missed so much. Going with Landorus. Excuse me. Going with Landorus, and he's going to go ahead and U-turn. So I was hoping he would go for another electric attack like Volt Switch, but it has U-turn instead, which that's kind of a better move because Volt Switch gets resisted by ground types. U-turn doesn't get U-turn doesn't get nothing's immune to it. I'm sorry, Volt Switch is immune. You know, ground types are immune to it. But y'all know what I meant. So he's going with Pelipper to get the rain up, and I'm going to go ahead and U-turn myself, trying to get some pivot tempo going here. And I could go with Mega Tyranitar here just to, you know, get the rain out. Or not the rain out, but to get rid of the rain. And I get my sand up. He's going to U-turn, getting his own pivot tempo going, and he's going to get Pelipper out of there. But look at that. Brought in Tyranitar, and he's going to U-turn into Swampert, thinking he's going to get a little Swift Swim action. But Tyranitar says no with the Sandstream ability. I'm going to get Tyranitar the heck out of here because I ain't doing anything to that Swampert. And I'm going to bring in Skarmory because Skarmory can kind of, well, if the rain was up, I'd have to worry. But usually Skarmory does a pretty okay job at walling Swampert. So he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, getting Mega Swampert out there. And look at this. Even though the rain is not up, Waterfall is going to come in and do a very good amount of damage to Skarmory there. Check that out. So Waterfall dealing a good amount of damage to Skarmory. Rocky Helmet doing the chip damage on Swampert. And he's going to switch out to, you know, he doesn't want that chip damage on Swampert. Swampert don't like chip damage. It doesn't like Stealth Rock damage. It doesn't like Rocky Helmet damage. It has no form of recovery. So, you know, it needs to be kept up as long as possible. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Stealth Rock to get my entry hazards up. So this way, if you keep switching out on Swampert and doing the U-turn and stuff, he's going to take some damage for it. So I'm got my entry hazards up, and I kind of was debating on getting Skarmory out of here because I don't want to take a Scald in the rain. But I went ahead and went for the Roost, taking a risk here. And he's going to U-turn, which that's not going to do anything to Skarmory. It gets rid of my, you know, I'm not in Sturdy anymore, but the Rocky Helmet damage is going to chip away at Pelipper. And so I'm okay here so far, but Tapu Koko is still up, so I don't want Skarmory against a Tapu Koko. I'm going to have to get him out of here. And the rain is up, so he's got that nasty Thunder at 100% accuracy in the rain. So I'm definitely going to need to get Skarmory out of here. I don't want to lose Skarmory yet. Still kind of need him. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into Tyranitar and get rid of this rain because I need to keep the rain at bay. It affects Tapu Koko. It affects Kingdra. It affects Swampert. It just benefits his team so much. It's actually a really good rain team. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the rain, bring in Tyranitar in. This was probably a big mistake, though, because he's going for the Z move, and I immediately thought I was going to lose Tyranitar here because I thought it was Twinkle Tackle. But instead, it's the Guardian of Alola, which I guess it's a Rock Z move. I'm actually not quite sure, but I'm gonna have to block it out because freaking copyright infringement bullcrap. But Guardian of Alola is gonna come in and put Swampert, you know, in the orange. It doesn't take it out, so I ended up resisting it and taking the hit. So he used the Z move. I don't lose Tyranitar. I still got my little ace in the hole against this team because I need Tyranitar. I cannot afford to lose my Sandmaker because I need something to check his Rainmaker. So I'm going to go ahead and get Tyranitar the heck out of here. I don't want to lose him yet. And I went with Landorus because, you know, Thunder wouldn't have done anything to Landorus. Worst he can do is U-turn, and he does go for the U-turn on Landorus, getting Tapu Koko out of there. And U-turn's a better little alternative there on Tapu Koko. You don't got to worry about, you know, with Volt Switch, you got to worry about a ground type coming in and keeping you in. U-turn, you don't. So that's kind of a nice little alternative there. Tornadus is going to come in. I know he's going to go for the Defog. He's got to get rid of those stones. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge. But dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. Tornadus getting out of the way. And I miss. Hey, that's why some people call it Stone Miss, guys. I mean, that sucks. I was really hoping to take Tornadus out here. It would have been awesome if I took it out. But oh well. So he got the Defog off. Got a free turn because of my Stone Edge miss. Now I kind of got to get, you know, Landorus the heck out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and go with Skarmory again. I guess I could have probably... Well, no, he switched. So I guess I could have probably kept Tornadus in. But actually I could have because he went into Pelipper. And Stone Edge still would have... It wouldn't have taken Pelipper out, but it would have gotten a good amount of damage on Pelipper. Which is a good thing I didn't because, you know, Stone Edge does miss. I wouldn't have wanted to risk it. I would have switched. He would have roosted on the switch. So it's a good... I made the good play there. Getting Stealth Rocks up and getting my entry hazard back up because I got to keep him up. And he's going to go ahead and go for the U-turn getting more chip damage on Pelipper. And Pelipper's just slowly getting worn down. He hasn't roosted on it yet. Its health is getting low. Look at that. It's almost at 50% health. So Pelipper's getting low. And it's getting to some KO range for like Greninja or something. Going with Tornadus again. He's going to try and defog. I don't know if I should have switched here, but I went ahead and I decided to just say screw it because I knew he was going to defog. And I'm going to be aggressive and go for the Brave Bird. I guess I probably could have gone for Stealth Rocks again, knowing he was going to defog. But I said, screw it. Let's be aggressive. Let's go for the Brave Bird and see what it does. Brave Bird coming in on Tornadus, dealing a very good amount of damage and putting it low in the orange. So another Brave Bird would do the trick here. And Hurricane is going to come in and dealing a crap ton of damage to Skarmory. And he gets the confusion. So now I got to worry about, got to worry about hitting myself. I should have gone for the Brave Bird. Instead, I just set Stealth Rocks up again. But the better move would have been to go for the Brave Bird because I would have taken it out. I didn't even know it had a Life Orb. So Brave Bird would have been the better move. But instead, I went for the Stealth Rocks. He's going to defog again. And Skarmory is going to hit itself in the confusion. So just karma rearing its ugly face against me for all the times I've caused mischief with Machamp. That's all that is. Hurricane taking Skarmory out of the match. Oh well. That sucks. But, Tornadus is in the red. If he switches out, it's not going to be a full health at least. I'm going to go ahead and go with Greninja. Because I outspeed this thing. Dark Pulse will take it out. I know he's going to switch because, if he switches, Regenerate is going to kick in. So I went ahead and went with the Dark Pulse, knowing he was going to switch into Ferrothorn. Because Ferrothorn usually walls Greninja. Dark Pulse doing a very good amount of damage because of a critical hit. That would have been awesome if that was just regular damage. I'm going to go ahead and Dark Pulse again, putting Ferrothorn in the red, not taking it out, and he's going to get a Leech Seed off. So he's going to get a little bit of health back, and Greninja's seeded, which sucks. It would have been awesome if I took out Ferrothorn with 2 Dark Pulses. Like 2 crits in a row. That's asking too much. That's asking way too much. So I'm going to go ahead and Dark Pulse again, because, if he switches, oh well. But he does not switch. Dark Pulse, taking Ferrothorn out of the match, and I'm going to go ahead and get my Ash's Greninja here. So, for the Vorkage of the Village Hidden in the Frogs doing work, and now I got a nice little, Ash's Greninja to kind of benefit from the rain that he's making. If I need a Water Shuriken something, Water Shuriken in the rain on Ash's Greninja is just stupid. And it's just a nice another ace in the hole, with Tyranitar there. He's going to bring Pelipper back out, getting his rain back up. And notice that, he keeps constantly, if I had Stealth Rocks up, it would have been awesome. He keeps constantly having to bring Pelipper back in here. He switches out. He doesn't want to take the Dark Pulse. And he's going to bring in Tornadus, and Dark Pulse from a Specs Ash's Greninja is definitely going to knock this Tornadus out of the match. That crit didn't even matter. It would have gotten taken out regardless. But as I was saying, notice how he's constantly having to bring Pelipper back in here because I'm getting rid of his rain with Tyranitar. I'm keeping the rain at a distance. Sandstream is just doing what it does best, and it's just hindering his team here. I'm going to go ahead and go with Superior because I wasn't ready to lose Greninja here. And I don't think Waterfall would have taken it out. But even then, Greninja's defenses aren't that great. I want Greninja healthy with as much health as possible just in case. So I brought in Superior. He switches. I don't know why he switched. He saw that I had leftovers. He should have known that he would have taken it out. But he switches into Kingdra, and Leaf Storm is going to deal a crap ton of damage here, putting it below 50% health. But I also know, with the rain up and Swift Swim is up, he's going to definitely be able to take out Superior here. So I'm going to lose Superior with Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor is going to come in and take Superior out of the match. Would have been awesome if it missed, but oh well. So again, I don't know why he switched. He could have taken Superior out with a Waterfall or Ice Punch or Earthquake. Well, Earthquake wouldn't have done it, but Waterfall Ice Punch would have. I'm going to bring Tyranitar back in and getting rid of that nasty freaking rain. I haven't even Mega Evolved this thing yet. I haven't had the opportunity to be perfectly honest. He's going to get rid of Kingdra. I think if he kept it in, he would have taken Tyranitar out. and he's going to bring in Tapu Koko. Had I known he was going to switch, I would have gone for the Dragon Dance, but even then it wouldn't have mattered, because if I went for the Dragon Dance as soon as Pelipper came back in, would have gotten rid of my Sand, bringing the rain up, and the Swift Swimmers would have just outsped Mega Tyranitar. So it's a good thing I did what I did. I ended up just going for the Stone Edge and saying, screw it, let's be aggressive. So Stone Edge coming in on Tapu Koko, and take a look at this, that massive attack power, taking Tapu Koko out of the match there with a Stone Edge. That's awesome. So now he's going to go back into Swampert. Again, I can't do anything to this Pokemon with Mega Tyranitar. It pretty much, I hit it for neutral all around, and it'll just shrug it off and hit me back with a super effective attack. And Mega Tyranitar just has a crap ton of weaknesses, as I said. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Tornadus. Waterfall, dealing a crap ton of damage, even in the sand. And I got really nothing for this Pokemon, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Z-move. And just, I'm hoping for a crit, but if not, just as much damage on this Pokemon as possible. So going for the all-out pummeling, because my Tornadus has Focus Blast. And I have all-out pummeling on here for, I mean, hits Heatran super effectively, hits Ferrothorn super effectively. It's not a bad Z-move to give to Tornadus, and it's a nice little surprise that a lot of people don't see coming. You know, with Tornadus. So all-out pummeling, dealing a very decent amount of damage to Swampert. Not as much as I'd like, putting it in the orange, and he's going to take my Tornadus out of the match with Waterfall. I did get it low, though. You know, I didn't take it out, which I knew it wasn't, but I got it low, and I'm happy with that. Gonna go with Ash's Greninja, and he's going to switch because I outspeed it. The rain is not up. Going in with Pelipper. And, you know, I knew he was going to switch here because he's going to want to save Swampert. He still has his Rainmaker. Getting rid of my Sand, and Dark Pulse is going to take this Pelipper out of the match right here. Choice Specs Greninja is just awesome. I haven't even needed to use a water move. I haven't had the chance to. I mean, kind of was able to just predict around his switches. But, yeah, Swampert is definitely able to outspeed me here. So, I mean, if Pelipper wasn't around, I would have Water Shoot again and just taken it out. I'm going to let him take out Landorus. I don't really need Landorus. I was kind of thinking he was going to go with the Earthquake, to be honest, because Earthquake would have taken out Greninja. I don't know if Waterfall would have, but just to be safe, I went with Landorus, thinking he was going to Earthquake, and he takes Landorus out with the Waterfall. So, oh well. I didn't need Landorus at that point, and Mega Swampert doesn't really have any way to increase its stats, and I know it learns Power Up Punch. Some people give it that. That's the only way I think it can do that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Sand here, bringing in Mega Tyranitar, getting rid of his Rain. He ain't doing no Rain shenanigans anymore. He lost his Rainmaker, and Earthquake is going to take Mega Swampert out of the match, and he's got that Kingdra to deal with, but again, he's got no Rain. Kingdra's speed is just the freaking mediocre speed that it already is. I don't got to worry about this Pokemon. He's going to go for the Surf. He's going to take Mega Tyranitar out because, you know, my health is already low. If my health was actually pretty decent, I would have lived through that with Sandstorm up. Surf, taking Mega Tyranitar out of the match. And I've got Ash's Greninja up. Kingdra's going to get buffeted by the Sandstorm here, putting its health lower, just helping me out. Bringing in Ash's Greninja, and Dark Pulse is definitely going to do the job here on a Choice Specs Ash's Greninja. Dark Pulse knocking Kingdra out of the match, giving me the win. So, Mega Tyranitar doing work against the Rain team. Good game, Ravi. That was a very good game. He's in my Discord server. Wink, wink. You guys join. That was a very good game. So, Mega Tyranitar definitely helps against Rain teams. You just got to protect them. Got to keep them open. You know, just keep doing work. Going into my next match with King Amaudus. King Amaudus. Whatever. King whatever. Looking at his team here, that Glalie the Mega, it's got to be. It's a weird little looking OU team. And we're going to move in. And you know what? Wow. You know what I did not say at the beginning of this video? Let's get ready to rock and roll. Jeez, yeah, it's been a while, guys. So, starting off with Mega Glalie coming out, and I'm going to go ahead and open up with Landorus. I don't know what to expect from this thing because, I mean, I don't really go against Mega Glalie that often. Uh, I'm actually kind of lucky it doesn't know like the freaking ice priority move again. I can't think of it. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the U-turn, getting Landers the heck out of here because I don't want to lose Landers this early in the game. U-turn dealing a crap ton of damage to that Mega Glalie though, and I'm gonna bring in Tapu Fini because I don't see Mega Glalie really doing anything to this Pokemon. Kind of see Tapu Fini just laughing in this thing's face all day. Unless it knows Freeze Dry, I don't know if it does or not. And look at this, Frustration dealing very little damage to Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini just kind of laughs at it. I know I've said the other toppers are kind of, bleh, but Tapu Fini is actually not that bad. It doesn't really have much going for it other than just being a pretty good wall. And another thing, it's not very good offensively. Its terrain isn't really, its terrain protects your Pokemon from status moves, so that's pretty nifty. And I'm feeling a little thorny, Ferrothorn against Ferrothorn here. And he's going to go ahead and set up his spikes. I should have gone for the taunt, but I didn't want to get power whipped in the face. So I switched just to be safe. He's going to set up his spikes. I'm going to set up my stealth rocks. And we're just, we're getting our entry hazards up. So I don't want all these layers of spikes out for my freaking team to just get dealt damage after damage. So I'm going to bring in Heatran just to kind of scare this thing away. And he's going to set up a second layer of spikes. I probably should have gone with Tapu Fini. But again, you don't want Tapu Fini in against a Ferrothorn all that much because Power Whip is a thing. Power Whip still does a crap ton of damage to Tapu Fini. And anyways, bringing in Heatran, he's going to go with his Keldeo. And my Stealth Rocks are going to do what they do best. Lava Plume, I'm hoping for the burn here. Just, to get some extra residual damage. And does a good amount of damage, but no burn. No burn on Keldeo. Oh, well. I don't think burn really mattered there. I just wanted it. He's going to switch out, knowing I'm going to switch out. And he's going to bring in... Zorora, the Electric Kitty. And I made the big mistake here of going back into Tapu Fini. So, he did a good job reading me there. Did a very good job there. And now I'm kind of worried. Because, this is an electric type. I'm a water type. Can't have that. So I'm going to have to get Tapu Fini out of here. And Zorora is... defenses are crap, but this Pokemon can hit pretty hard. So I'm going to go ahead and switch. Because why am I going to leave a water type in against an electric type? And I'm going to go ahead and go into my my Thundurus, thinking he's going to do that stupid freaking Plasma Fist move or whatever. Hidden Power Ice, though, seeing my switch coming, probably thought I was going into Landorus. But Hidden Power Ice is going to do a very good amount of damage to Thundurus. And, yeah, it's a good thing I didn't go into Landorus. I would have lost him. But I'm going to switch because I don't want to freaking get taken out here. Going into Ferrothorn because Ferrothorn can take the Hidden Power Ice. And I'm hoping Ferrothorn can just kind of wall this thing. I'm not too used to going up against a Zorora, to be perfectly honest. So, Hidden Power Ice, doing a very little amount of damage to Ferrothorn. But this Pokemon learns Fire Punch. And yeah, this is probably definitely going to take Ferrothorn out. And it does, but Rocky Helmet and Iron Barbs are going to do what they do best. Lowering this Pokemon and putting in the orange for me. So yeah, it took out Ferrothorn, but I got its health low. And look at that, it's holding a Life Orb too. So that's awesome. Now, going to go into Landorus, lowering that attack. U-turn should take this Pokemon out. Its defenses are beyond paper. It's, similar to Ash's Greninja. It can't take a hit for anything. And I'm going to go ahead and go for the U-turn, get some pivot tempo going, and U-turn is going to take Zorora out of the match. So, took out that Electric Kitty. Switching out. And I'm going to go back into Tapu Fini. So now I'm kind of just, trying to hold off as long as I can here. That switch into Zorora with me going into Tapu Fini was a good move. Going into Excadrill, and he's going to go ahead and go for the Rapid Spin. He's got to be going for the Rapid Spin here. I was a little bit afraid of the Corkscrew Crash or whatever the steel move is, but he's going to go for the Rapid Spin. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go for the Defog, getting rid of those nasty spikes that he put out. So now our entry hazards are both gone. And he still has his Ferrothorn, but I mean, I'd rather take the spikes out. So no more entry hazards on either side of the field. And I mean, I can't set mine back up. I don't have Ferrothorn anymore. However, he can. And sure enough, he's going to go back into his Ferrothorn. And me being the idiot that I am, I should have seen that coming. I'm going to go for the Scald. So, yeah. But, you know, I made this mistake last time. I'm not going to make it again. I'm not going to let him set his spikes up this time around. I'm going to go for the taunt. Going for the taunt, hoping he's not just going to attack me right out the bat. And lucky me, fell for the taunt, trying to paralyze my Tapu Fini because my terrain is not up. And he's not able to do Thunder Wave. He's not able to do spikes. Now I can switch into something because Power Whip or something is definitely coming. I don't want to lose Tapu Fini just yet. I'm going to go back into Heatran because Heatran will take whatever the freaking heck this Pokemon has. He's going to switch though. And he's going to go back into... Oh, no, he goes into... Look at that. I thought he was going to go into Keldeo. No, he goes into freaking his Mega Glalie. And going for the Earthquake, but forgetting that I have that Air Balloon. Lava Plume taking Mega Glalie out of the match. So I will admit, a lot of people forget that my Heatran's holding a balloon. They should probably add like an animation or something other than just a little warning, because I've even forgotten sometimes that my Heatran, if my Heatran's balloon is up or not, because they have no visual there. Bringing an Excadrill and going for the Toxic, I guess, thinking I'm going to switch, but I have my Air Balloon up. Why do I need to switch? Lava Plume, taking Excadrill out of the match. And yeah, there goes Excadrill. So I don't know. I guess he thought I was going to switch or something. He's going to go into Keldeo, which that's who he should have gone with in the first place, because Heatran can't really do much to Keldeo there. And I'm going to switch out. I don't want to lose Heatran yet. Going into Tapu Fini, unless this Keldeo knows like Hidden Power Poison or Hidden Power Electric, which yes, I have come across Keldeos that know that. But he's going to go with the Hydro Pump, and Tapu Fini's just going to laugh at this. Yeah, all day. Tapu Fini will just laugh at this Hydro Pump all day. So I can go for the Scald, I can go for the Taunt, I can try and take this thing out with Moonblast. I mean, he still has Ferrothorn, so, obviously 3 Pokemon left, he wants to do what he can. Ferrothorn's coming back in, and I think I went ahead and just went for the Moonblast. Yeah, I went for the Moonblast. I mean, I should have known he was going to switch, but oh well. So going for the Moonblast, not doing anything at all to Ferrothorn, and lowering Ferrothorn's special attack, if you do. Yeah. So, anyways, I got a lot of momentum there, taking out his Mega Glalie, taking out Excadrill. That was a lot of much needed momentum, and me being the stupid idiot I am, I'm gonna go ahead and put Tyranitar in against a freaking Ferrothorn that's gonna power whip the hell out of me. So this was a bad move on my part. I should have gone with any other Pokemon but Tyranitar, but decided just to put him in and try and take out this Ferrothorn with Fire Punch or something. But again, that was a mistake. I really shouldn't have done that. And here's the thing that I was talking about with Ice Punch or Fire Punch. I mean, he's got a Ferrothorn. He's got a Landorus. I mean, Fire Punch, Ice Punch. I mean, I got Pokemon on my team that could take out either or. It's tough. It's really all on you. It's on what your preference is. And Fire Punch is not going to do anything to Landorus. Landorus just kind of laughs at it. But at least I know this Landorus is not holding a Choice Scarf. It's a bulky defensive Landorus, which, I mean, I'm starting to see that more than the Choice Scarf Landorus. So I'm going to go ahead and switch Mega Tyranitar out because, I mean, there's not much I'm doing there. And I'm going to go into my own Landorus thinking Earthquake is coming or, something, thinking he's going to take out my Mega. And he does actually end up going for the Earthquake. Lucky me. That's very, very fortunate on me. I got a free turn there. He's going to go ahead and try and take out Mega Tyranitar, but Earthquake is going to miss because I'm a flying type. So now, I mean, he can go into Keldeo, he can go into Ferrothorn, he can keep Landorus in. He's going to go ahead and switch it out, and he's going to bring in his Ferrothorn. Seeing my U-turn coming, Landorus can't really do anything to other Landorus unless you go with the Landorus that has a Hidden Power Ice. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and U-turn, getting my Landorus back out of there, getting my pivot tempo going, and I can bring in, you know, something to freaking take this stupid Ferrothorn out. So I think I can go ahead and set up here. I'm going to bring in my Thundurus. I'm just going to go ahead and screw it and see what I can do here. So Thundurus is actually a pretty awesome Pokemon. My Thundurus knows Agility, Focus Blast, Hidden Power Ice, and Thunderbolt. But it's also holding an Electrium Z, so it's my Z move user. And after an Agility, with Thundurus' speed, it outspeeds almost every Pokemon in the meta, whether they're holding a Choice Scarf or not. So kind of similar to Hawlucha, without the seed being used and without the terrain. So, this is a timid Thundurus, so, you know, max speed there. So he went ahead and saw my Focus Blast coming after my Agility. He's going to get Ferrothorn the heck out of there, and Focus Blast is going to go ahead and deal very minimal damage to Landorus because, I mean, it does resist it. It's Flying type, it resists fighting. And, you know, even if this thing was holding a Choice Scarf, I already know I outspeed it. I don't got to worry too much about that. And he's just kind of wearing down my Thundurus, though, because he did get Elite Seed off. So, you know, I gotta do something. I gotta seal the deal here. I don't want to lose Thundurus, but you know, I got other Pokemon to deal with the team. I just want to go ahead and end it. Hidden Power Ice, though, taking Landorus out of the match. And now I kind of caught a break there. All he has left is Keldeo and Ferrothorn. And Keldeo is going to come in. This Keldeo had to have been a Choice Scarf, but I already know it does not outspeed my Thundurus, because after an Agility, like I said, Thundurus just rolls all over this meta with speed. You don't got to worry about too much there. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Z move, raising my voltage to over 9,000, and Gigavolt Havoc this Keldeo. And yeah, there's no way Keldeo's taking this. No way at all. Unless it was holding like a Focus Sash, but I know it's not. I know it's Scarfed or Specs or something. I'm assuming it's Scarfed because he put it in. Gigavolt Havoc taking Keldeo out of the match. So, laters to Keldeo. Get out of here. You ain't nothing. Now, Ferrothorn, the freaking Pokemon I've been trying to take out all match, is going to come in. And Focus Blast, but nom 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 on that berry to freaking weaken the power of it. And it's going to end up living because, well, yeah, it ended up living because of that berry. He's going to Elite Seed. I guess he thought I was going to switch or something. I don't know. But, anyways. So with another setup with Thundurus is Nasty Plot. But, I mean, I just went with Agility because I'd rather be faster than hit harder, because Thundurus' speed isn't the best thing. Its special attack's already high. Focus Blast finally taking freaking Ferrothorn out of the match. So, good game, King Amaudus. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm sorry it took me so long to get a video out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Appreciate the support. See you in Discord if you join. Remember to join. Laters, everyone.